Hello there, welcome back to the north. We are playing as Queen Lyanna. We are 17 years old and we're doing alright. Not all of our vassals like us, some of them do, mainly the lesser powered lords. We have upset a few people, especially with what we did over here. But we're still relatively well liked, but a few people now are starting to go negative with us. We want to save up some money and have a feast, I think. I definitely think a feast would be in order. We're going to mark it as important here. And when we get the opportunity, we will go through with it. We'll also get rid of these ones so we don't always have the mark showing. Excellent. Get rid of that as well. And hopefully we'll be able to... let's get rid of these as well. Just leave them where they are. Excellent. Well, hopefully we'll be able to do things like that later on. I think... Do you need a certain amount of money for a feast, was it? Yeah, 50 gold. So hopefully we'll be able to get 50 gold and have a feast and have people start to like us a little more. My zeal in religious beliefs have led me to become more respected and given me more prestige. Excellent. I am very prestigious, aren't I? Your reports from Winterfell that his charity... Oh, they always miss out what he is, but he's doing well, and we gain lots of piety for it. And now we can host a feast. We will do indeed. All of my vassals will be there. Edwin Frey has been arrested. Good. The Freys are not our friends. Though I had fought my husband Rickon Stark to be a more reasonable man, his request to be allowed to duel his rival Lady Maeg Mormont. Rickon's a woman beater now. Ah. It's slightly erratic. Rickon claims to be constantly subject to affronts from his rival and has asked for permission to defend his honour. Maeg is 72 years old, Rickon. Do you really need to fight her? You're not the favourite in this. And we will allow the duel so we gain some opinion with him. And it appears he lost. We'll try to improve our relation with him. Anyway, the best part of preparing a feast is deciding what food stuff to serve, and we'll be spending lavishly. We need people here to like us, so it's okay to go a little bit into debt. Your master coin, Lord Rickard, has grave news. Part of the castle where the guests would be staying would have to be repaired, or else he couldn't guarantee their safety. It would be rather costly, but Lord Rickard assured me the repairs would be worth the cost. Yes, well, let's do it. Lord Glover has turned us down. But apparently only Lord Glover. That's alright. He's 25, a bit of a dick. So, screw him, really. Hopefully we'll better get on him. But we're not an envious type. We're kind and gregarious and honourable. We're all you could really ask for in a leader. So we've got that going for us. Rickon's a bit of a knobber, but... Anyway, we want to offer these men here our patronage. They are musicians. And I'd finally had some time off from the preparations to see them with my own eyes. And my own ears. And the musicians were good. And they were looking for a patron. And that will be us. Talking about Patreon, I have a link down below. If you would like to support the continued content creation here with the highest standard, of course. Then go ahead. That would be very great. Also alleviates the stress of me to perform the same sort of content. It gives me more freedom to be able to experiment with things that might not pick off so well but might pick up a bit better. So go ahead, I'll see you guys there. Something with the phrase again. I gotta deal with those fools. The guests have finally arrived in Winterfell. They have been given bread and salt as is their guest right. All is now ready. The cooks have worked day and night preparing the food. Our stocks of brown ale have been replenished. And the palace has never looked lovelier. A palace, you say? Ryessa spoke up and told everyone how great the food at my feast was. Well, thank you. I was really glad someone was kind enough to say something nice about the food, given how hard I had worked to ensure the food was the best part of the feast. Well, thank you, Ryessa. What is your ambition here? Do you have any ambition at all? No. Would you like a marriage, perhaps? Anyone around here? Is there a good knight, a lord? There are lords. They're both a bit younger than you, but Colwyn of Breakstone Hill. Would you like to become a lady? You're a low-born gal. That should be quite the upgrade for you. We'll arrange it. So you can go be a lady of a castle, right? So thank you again for being so kind. A minor noble by the name of Sibel Dergwood requests remedy as she recently received land near Winterfell by writ of the Queen. But when she came to occupied lands, there were already armoured men present who assaulted her, carried off her goods, and ousted her from her land. Sibel, I'm sorry about that. We can send some men to restore order and peace. We will lose gold, but gain prestige. Grant her refuge for now. No, we'll go with that, yeah. Sure. I made sure the handsome Grim, is he handsome? Would be my dinner partner, and during the feast I kept refilling both our glasses of ale. My charm and my winning smile made it impossible for him to stay unresponsive. It didn't take long until he looked at me with more than interest in his eyes. I like to flirt, but I wouldn't do anything more than that. Or I could show him around the castle, especially my bedchamber. He's 51. I'm 18. I am not interested at all. No way. At the feast, Lord Duncan presented a petition before the court. He says that crime and banditry in Skane is an increasing threat, and that local sheriffs cannot contain the problem. He reckons we should sensibly deal with it. Lose 26 gold. We can't be doing that. He's my friend. He'll understand. So it's his own domain he has to deal with. The feasting has begun, and the endless courses you ordered are impressing the guests. The pinnacle of these is an enormous pie, surmounted with smaller pies, forming a crown. The crust of the large pies are silvered all around and gilt at the top. Each pie contains a whole roe deer, a gosling, 3 capons, 6 chickens, 10 pigeons, 1 young rabbit, and no doubt to serve as seasoning or stuffing. A minced loin of veal, 2 pounds of fat, and 26 hard-boiled eggs, covered with saffron and flavoured with cloves. Please dig in, my lords. After the feast, Lord Lambert and I ended up in a room with a big bed in the middle of the room. Despite the blackberry wine and the obvious attraction between us, it suddenly felt a bit awkward being alone together. Really, I must really like old men. Might have daddy problems here, because there's a 59-year-old now. 59 and 51. Lambert kissed me and fell into bed. No, the awkwardness of the situation made me leave the room. Yeah, we don't need that. The musicians played and guests danced. I made certain I danced with several different persons, and I think we all had a great time there. Very good. Lord Harmond approves of the musicians. Good man. You're a strong lord in our realm. Young as well. Sucks for you. You've accepted this. You've accepted the betrothal there. Very good. Dermot already had a marriage. Not Dermot. What was his name? Harmond. Last of the guests have returned home, and everyone agreed this was the year's greatest feast. We gained diplomacy, vassal opinion, and everyone who attended +5. Very good. Not terribly worth all that money, though, was it? Just to gain that little bit of opinion. Everyone in the court likes me. Vassals, not so much. There are still people who are not fans of their queen at all. Wyman Manderly is quite a strong lord, and he does not like us at all. Not much I can do here. Demand his religious conversion. Yes, great. That will definitely sort it out. I'm a zealot, but he hasn't done anything to deserve it just yet. Open council positions. We need a new chief general. Lord Umber has died and been replaced by Lord Umber. Well, let's have a look. There is Maeg Mormont, but I'd much rather a higher lord. Norrie or Umber? Umber is already loyal. We'll give it to him and make him a lot more loyal. We'll have him change troops here in the capital. Okay, so Master of Whisperers still doesn't like me. He still likes me, but he's still not terribly good. There's no one really any better. The Master of Coin is still a very good man for the job. We'll leave him in the position, or we could give it to Lord Manderly. Now, Rickard is still quite young, and we do get on with him a lot, so we'll keep him around. Otherwise, Master of Laws, we could go ahead and replace our uncle, but who is there to give the job to? Manderly isn't terribly good, but he is a High Lord who would start to like us, and Brandon's a bit weird. I do really like Brandon though, 96 opinion. I really like Brandon. Plus Brandon is still the rightful lord of this land. Lord Wendell of the Dreadfort has declared the Dreadfort Sheephead Hills de jure war over Sheephead Hills. Ha. The villagers are starving in Winterfell, and a small group of representatives have dared to set foot. Of course, take whatever you need. More money lost. And harm indeed. Thank you, Brandon. But looks like Lord Paul here is being a bit of mischief. Let's command him to end his war. Excellent, and he does need a wife. Let's see if we have anybody for him. Wendell... What about Maris, my friend? No? Prestige effects. Dergwood's here? No. Well, then I'm not sure. Anybody else need a wife around here? I have lots of female friends at court. You could use a job. How are you liking High Lordship, Eddard? Very weak still. I'm sure you'll come around to it. Forrester, still Roderick in charge there. Still a open position as well. Oh! It looks like Howland has died and Mira has taken over. She's married to a Lord Tam, and they do have an heir. Well, let's see. Who will be Hand of the King? We could give it to Wyman, and he is a good choice. I think we will give it to Wyman. Wyman will now be the Hand of the King. We'll have him pacify the province of the Winterfell capital here. Next, I'm glad to have the Manderlys in a court position where they gain some opinion. Also have room for a Keeper of the Swans. We'll give that to Manderly as well. A Master of the Horse. We'll give that to Lord Norrie. Commander slots. There is a commander slot. We'll give that to Mira Reed, actually. Very good. Some terrific generals as usual in the north. What is this? You want us to offer Lord Paul a command, actually, to give up one of his high lordships. Let's do that. Lord Wendell doesn't like us very much, and this is our friend. He has denied it, making us lose prestige. Is there anything we can do about him at all? He is being very bad. No, we'll just have to leave him there then. Special minor titles again available. A commander slot. We'll give that to the new Lady of Bear Island. Alysain has taken over her mother's position. She already has an heir. That is Gior Mormont. He's married. He has a wife there, and he has children. Wait, no, she has children. He does not have children. His older wife might not give him any. You're married to Lord Nott. Good for you. Good for you. Demand return of artifact. We could do that, but we won't. There's no need for such a thing. We can command Silver Reed here to end his war. We'll do that. Good man. We can arrest Rickon, Duncan, or Eddard as a Stony Shore. We will not arrest Eddard as a Stony Shore, surely. What is he doing? He's trying to kill Gregor Long. Well, that's not terrible of a crime. Although if we don't care about the Longs, we could give that territory to a different Stark house. There are the Karstarks who are currently without a home. There are... The Karstarks could take over there again. There are the Harstarks. Not sure where your head of house is. Yes, the Harstarks do not have a head of house, but the Harstarks could be given land. The Barstarks down here are just doing what they do. Or there is Rodri. Rodri is my friend as well, and he does not have an educational focus. Let's go for intrigue. He likes us a lot, and he is relatively good at intrigue. What about Trovel? You're 13. She's 6, my cousin. 6. No, we'll just leave him to it. But maybe Rodri here could be a High Lord. He is a descendant of Starks as well, and he is my friend. I'm a kinder person. I'm zealot, gregarious, and you're still the Master of Laws, and you are an authoritative man. Just, brave, honourable. He's an honourable man. I don't think he'd do it to take the land away, but he's authoritative, so we might go after him anyway. But he's only doing a minor crime, so we'll just leave him to it. It's not as if he's plotting against the royal family here. Ah, Queen Rosale and King Robert. They are doing what it is they do. You still have both? He does do it. He's very powerful, isn't he? Very, very powerful. And there is an heir to House Tully. Good for them. There should be a faction in your realm to instate me as your queen. I'm doing very good at it. I surely am. Special actions available. Command Riswell to end his war. Oh, he's actually got all of the land here, and he is attacking Stony Shore. Indeed, your war over with at half. We're going to command him to do that. And we're going to brand him as a traitor. Excellent. We'll try to arrest him then. We can do that. Can we revoke a title straight away? We can. He will not accept, however. So we'll imprison him. And we did imprison him. Very good. Let's revoke the High Lordship there of the Barrowlands. One of the largest settlements in the north, Barrowton has been ruled by House Dustin, descendants of the ancient Barrow Kings, since time immemorable. After the death of Lord William Dustin, service of Winterfell, it was decided that his widow Lady Barbary, daughter of the Lord of the Rills, would rule Barrowton. Now that she has died, it falls to me to decide whether Barrowton should remain under House Riswell or whether it should return to Lord William Dustin's family. It shall return to the Dustins. Very good. Lord Byam Dustin has been made the High Lord of the Barrowlands, and he's usurped the Barrowlands title. Very good. Good man. As for you, you'll be left to rot. But the Dustins are now a major house once more. Lord Byram here is 11. He does not have any close relatives, but he does have heirs, which eventually leads to the House of Flint there. So we're going to arrange you a betrothal between yourself and... Do I have anyone? There is a Lady Stark. I'm not sure. Would he take Lady Stark? He would. Oh, we'll send her off over to Barrowton then. But you are still incredibly powerful. Could we revoke it? No, we could not. But we could call you for trial and command you to end your war. Excellent. His war has ended, and now we will call him for trial. Excellent. We will do that. Lord Lothar Riswell has demanded a trial before the court, which Lord Wyman Manderly shall oversee to ensure justice is served. At the start of the trial, he is formally accused of sedation and conspiracy against the realm, a charge brought by Queen Lyanna Stark. Lord Lothar begins to present his defence, but the court did not seem impressed. Very good. Lord Wyman stuttered, stammered, and incoherently rambled in front of the accused, who rebuked his questions and accusations with ease. Unfortunately, his argument was so boring that many at court appeared to fall asleep. That's not good, and he has been found innocent. We have no choice but to release him. But the war is over, and he has lost Barrowton. Excellent. He's now much more weaker. Harrow is still not the strongest man around, though. That's a shame. We're still in debt as well ourselves. Tam could be imprisoned, or Eddard could be imprisoned, or Rickon, of course. Rickon still does not like us, but we are getting there. We could in fact give him an artifact. We could give him the brown bear pelt, and I think I will. What badge Hand of the King? Let's give him a badge for Hand of the King. Sure. It's a Stark artifact, and he is a Stark. Excellent, he now likes us. Well, thank you, Rickon. Thank you for liking us. We could give him the pelt as well. He is the king, but that will not increase our opinion. We'll wait on that. Maybe later we'll do such a thing. Edwin Frey has been killed. By himself. Okay. Oh, Lyman Frey was also killed. They killed each other. No, he definitely killed himself, but he also killed the Lord Paramount at 21 years old. There is a new Lord Paramount and he is 0 years old. That is not a fun time down there, is it? And Edmure was at the wall hearing about his son dying and his grandson being 0 years old. That's not a fun time. Not at all, but you're very powerful there. It's a shame. Could do bloody vengeance, but no. Iron Levy is not strong enough at all. And Rob Woods is finally dead. Finally, the father of Wendell Paul has died a legend in the north. He fought many great battles. He was a very, very, very intelligent leader. I'm starting to think that Lord Wyman III might fancy me. Let's make a move. I am not lustful, but I'm kind of gregarious. I seem to like older men, so it's good to see me going after a younger man. Let's make a move. Ah, this does indeed sound like a threat. Wendell the Dreadfort has had tyranny added. And I have fallen in love. I fell in love with Lord of White Harbour. It is good to be the queen, but I would have hoped that I would have fallen in love with my husband. We'll have a new focus, and that focus will be to have a daughter. I wouldn't mind having a second child. Righteous imprisonment still of these lords. If my husband ever gets upset, we can get rid of him, and I'm not sure about you, Lady Riswell. There's probably a reason to get rid of you eventually. But anyway, that'll do for this episode. It's been an intriguing episode, seeing the return of House Dustin after many years, and putting House Riswell down a peg. Of course, the other things that went throughout the realm. So thank you for watching. We're now 18 years old. It's going good in the campaign. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.